Hello, hello. Thank you for coming here tonight. We'd like to acknowledge that we are on the traditional land of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit River, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is home to many diverse nations, including Inuit, Métis peoples, and Treaty 13 lands. Today, Takaranto is still the home of many diverse First Nations, Inuit, Métis peoples from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land. We also acknowledge that Takaranto is home to many immigrants and many people, descendants and children and people who are totally forcefully removed from their homes. Many people today suffer the generational trauma resulting from the legacy of colonialism and acknowledge that they join us today as our neighbors. And when we talk about people forcibly removed from their homes, we would like to acknowledge the hundreds of unmarked graves of Indigenous children found in Saskatchewan and British Columbia and other parts of Canada. This is a tragedy, a legacy left over from the residential school system, and a stark reminder of the genocide that occurred as part of this country's development and establishment. Approximately 150,000 Indigenous children from across the country from 1828 until 1996 were taken away from their homes, stripped of their language and families and culture by these church-run schools in Canada in a failed attempt to assimilate them. Let's remember that every child matters, and that we will do more in our time to recognize the mistreatment of our Indigenous peoples and do more to make amends. This will start with acknowledging the actions that take place and to make a pledge to hold our governments accountable. And I will say this again, let's make a pledge to hold our governments accountable. Thank you very much.
And now, please join me in applause for the Leader of the Green Party of Canada, Annamie Paul.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for being here this evening, and thank you, Adrian, for that very special land acknowledgement. Merci tout le monde d'être ici avec nous ce soir. Nous sommes sur les territoires traditionnels des Mississauga, Anishinaabe, et Haudenosaunee. I also want to recognize we are on the traditional lands of the Mississauga of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, and the Haudenosaunee. First, let me start by congratulating. We're still waiting for the results, but it looks like we are going to be sending certainly 2 and it looks like probably 3 Greens back to Ottawa in the next session of Parliament. Je veux féliciter sincèrement Elizabeth May. Je vais le faire maintenant. Je sais qu'on attend encore quelques résultats, mais je veux féliciter Mike Morris in Kitchener Centre. Incredibly well-deserved, an incredible leader that's headed to Ottawa. And also, Paul is in a very close race, but I feel very confident that he's going to take that one over the finish line. So I'm going to send him the good luck of, I hope it's good luck, to wish him good luck now in that seat as well. Alors, je veux sincèrement remercier tous nos candidats et candidates autour du pays. Ils ont fait un incroyable travail dans très peu de temps. Je sais que ça prend beaucoup de passion, beaucoup de sacrifices, beaucoup de nos dédications pour décider de se présenter, beaucoup de courage aussi et beaucoup de force. Alors, je le remercie sincèrement pour leur effort, pour avoir décidé de faire le saut dans cette élection. Sincèrement, de ma part et de la part de tout notre parti et tous nos membres. I want to sincerely thank every single candidate who ran for the Green Party in this election. It takes passion, it takes dedication, it takes sacrifice, it takes courage, and so many of them were running for the first time, We told them that it was time to run. We told them that we needed a new culture in Ottawa. We needed more diversity in Ottawa. And so many of them took up that challenge. I am so proud of them. I want to thank them sincerely on my behalf and on behalf of all of our members and all of our volunteers. Let's give them a round of applause. And I say that particularly so because this was a pandemic election. This was the fourth wave. This was a very difficult time to be running in the first place, very difficult circumstances. And so it means even more that they stepped forward. It means even more that they chose to live their values by standing up for us and running for us in this election. I'm so grateful to them. I also want to thank all of our members and all of our volunteers. We have so many here tonight. So many people, again, who put their lives on hold, who told their kids to go watch another video while they made phone calls, while they went canvassing. People who, again, were very passionate about the idea of sending more Greens to the next Parliament. It takes so much, and absolutely, we are driven by our volunteers and their work. And so thank you so much to all of our volunteers all across the country. Please know that whatever size our contingent of Greens in Ottawa, it's because of you and the work that you did, and I thank you sincerely. Nous sommes un petit parti dans un système qui est créé pour des grands partis, qui est créé pour les partis traditionnels. Alors, nous sommes toujours très reconnaissants de nos bénévoles pour leurs efforts, pour leurs sacrifices, pour leur dédication, parce que c'est grâce à eux qu'un petit parti comme le nôtre a réussi. C'est grâce à eux que je crois qu'on va envoyer encore 3 députés pour nous représenter dans la prochaine session de Parlement, et je le remercie. And I want to, I just spoke with Marcy Ian before coming down here. I wanted to sincerely congratulate her. I hope that, and I'm sure that the people of Toronto Centre will make sure that, that she provides them with good representation. Congratulated her on her race here in Toronto Centre. Clearly, I am, well, not clearly, but I will tell you that certainly I am disappointed. It is hard to lose. No one likes to lose. But I'm so proud of the effort, the creativity, the innovation that our team brought to this race. We promised to offer real representation. We promised to offer a real choice to the people of Toronto Centre who have so much need, so much work that needs to get done. And you did that, and I thank you for that. I have some of my family here and some of my family in the audience, and I want to thank them as well. This is something where we're all in this together, you know. They lived every second and breathed every second with me. And I've said this many times. I mean, I've been campaigning in one way or another for the Green Party for the last almost 2.5 years now. And so this has been a very long journey for our entire family. And of course, you know, I love you, Mark, Malachi, my son Jonas, who's not here, my mother-in-law, my nephew, my sister-in-law, all of my family that is here. Et en plus, la famille qu'on a créée pendant cette élection et pendant les dernières années. There are so many members of my family that, you know, they're not necessarily family by birth, but they're certainly family because of what we've been through together. They're the most special people in the world. They are everything that is good about our country, everything that is good about our party. And I love you, and I will be grateful to you forever. Alors, je crois qu'on note maintenant que la décision du peuple du Canada, c'est de renvoyer presque les mêmes députés dans les mêmes proportions pour la prochaine session du Parlement. What we seem to be seeing tonight is that the people of Canada have decided to send essentially the same MPs back in the same proportions to Parliament. They're sending back another minority government in basically the same numbers that we have seen before, and so we are now back to the status quo. I would say that we are back to the status quo, except that we are returning, unfortunately, more divided and more polarized than before this election was called. That is certainly part of the legacy of this election that I will say we shouldn't have had, whether that sounds self-interested or not. Malheureusement, il y a des divisions qui ont été créées par la convocation de cette élection. Il y aura du travail à faire de réparer ces divisions. We need to repair these divisions. We need to ensure that whatever wounds were created during this election are not permanent, because the people of Canada clearly are saying, we want you to work together. We want you to collaborate. You have got to find a way to do that, and you've got to find a way to deliver us the help we need for the rest of this pandemic. They are also clearly hoping, and certainly I am hoping, my hope to those who have been given the privilege and honor of going to Ottawa to represent their communities, that we will deliver, that they will deliver on the promise that is Canada. The promise that is Canada in terms of the climate, because certainly we have everything that it takes within us if we decide to unleash it, to truly attack that existential crisis, to reduce our greenhouse gases, to ensure that we have the strong, sustainable, world-leading green economy of the future. I believe that is what people in Canada expect of the next Parliament. Et j'en suis sûre que les peuples ici au Canada veulent être rassurés que la prochaine session de Parlement va être concentrée sur assurer que nous ne serons jamais dans cette position dans l'avenir. That we will never be in this position again. This is what people in Canada want. They will never forget the tens of thousands of deaths in long-term care, the almost 1,000 people that died out in BC during the heat wave, all of the sacrifice, all of the pain of the pandemic, and they want us to do better, and they want us to do better together. And so if that can be the legacy of the next session of Parliament, then that will be excellent work, and you can count on every single Green who was elected tonight to be part of that work, to work hand in hand with every single party towards those common goals. And so, just finally, I came into politics because I believed in the power of positive collective action to create strong public policy, to create a better world, both here in Canada and abroad. I still believe in that. I still believe that we have that greatness within us, and I believe that this is the time for us to truly unleash it, as I said. Alors, pour moi, je suis fière d'avoir été ici et participer dans ces élections sur la part de nos membres, nos bénévoles, nos candidats et candidates. I was very proud to be able to represent our candidates in this election, our members and our volunteers who also believe those things about Canada. Thank you very much. Thank you very much again to all of you for being here. My heart is full for the future of Canada. I'm so optimistic for the future of Canada. I'm optimistic that this Parliament will be the best one ever. We always have to believe that. And thank you so much for being here this evening. Thank you again for everyone for participating in these elections. Merci beaucoup, and it was an honor.